running. He ran for president as a Democrat back in 2020. He's now an independent, co-founder of the Forward Party. Incidentally, Andrew, Elon Musk just asked on social media what I can only presume is one of your favorite questions, which is it time for a third party? A real one.
And 80% of respondents said, heck yes, Jillian, because they don't feel like the current status quo is working for them. And that's why the Forward Party continues to grow each and every day. 50% of Americans now say they're independents. If you look at the approval level of the major parties, it's at generational lows. And so the fact that Elon is asking this question has been great for a lot of Americans who are looking up and saying, wait, why don't I feel satisfied with the current options on offer?
I read this quote from you on the other side of the break where you essentially said, I mean, the fact that the party, the Democratic Party, is polling young men to figure out how to speak to them is itself evidence of a big problem.
It is a problem, Jillian. The question is, who speaks for the Democratic Party? And the answer right now is no one knows, because there's not a clear leader. One of the recommendations I made out of the goodness of my heart was to say, look, you guys should have your primary sooner, because waiting until 28.
I mean, it's not bad advice.
Well, thank you. I thought it was pretty sound, because this leadership vacuum and void makes it very, very difficult to reach young men or any other group. And this study, the Consultants Commission, it reminded me of a consumer products company where they thought, hey, how are we going to market to a particular segment? And that's the opposite of what you want. What you want to do is you want to find a real human being leader who actually cares about issues faced by young men and any other group, and then can make that case to the American people. Without that human being, without that leadership, it's all going to be, in my opinion, money thrown down a well. I'm sure the consultants, though, will spend that money on all sorts of things.
I hate to ask you for more free advice for the Democratic Party, but if you were going to pick the next generation leader, who would you go with if it was up to you?
My instinct, Jillian, has been that it's going to be a governor from a state that had nothing to do with the final stages of the Biden administration, when it was clear that Biden was failing in terms of his health and his capacities. I think that people associated with that administration, and also with their failures around the border in particular, if you were a governor in, let's say, Michigan, you can say, look, I was in Lansing solving problems. I had nothing to do with the border or anything else, or any cover up of Biden's health. And so that's my instinct. I think that it's going to be someone who can make that case, because I think a lot of Americans would hear that and say, okay, this is someone who's just been solving problems in their own state.
What do you make about Karine Jean-Pierre's 180 flip-flop this week? She's heading off to join you, ish.
Well, certainly, I'm pleased, Jillian, when someone throws in the towel on the two major parties. Because I'm someone who's, look, I'm a math guy. I've looked at the numbers.
We'll take them. We don't care.
Oh, well, we're half the country. I mean, independents, people watching this at home probably consider themselves independents. We're growing all the time. And it's actually folks who've been involved with party politics who often come to the conclusion that the current system is not set up to succeed, that you're subject to very, very negative incentives, and you're not situated where you can actually improve things or solve the problems of the American people. That's why the Forward Party exists, is to try and make our government responsive and accountable to us. And a lot of Americans feel that's missing.
Andrew, great to have you on. Hope to get you back soon. Have a great weekend.
You too, Jillian. Thanks for having me.
You bet.